So I went and bought some wheels the other day. These are Bart wheels, 15-inch, 8-lug. And then I found some pretty good, I think it's a good deal, $100 for those slicks, and they seem to be good. Anyway, and that's on the 14 bolt rear end. So I'm fixing to set it on the spring purchase. It's almost there. But I gotta go harvest some U-bolts off something else. So I'm going to go do that. But the reason I turned the camera on, look at that, Chevy Sport. Says so right there. I was listening to, there's an ad on the radio about the NASCAR playoffs. You know what? There's no playoffs in NASCAR. There's no overtime in NASCAR. I haven't watched it in years. It's just got too mamby-pamby, boring. But come on, people. Nobody cares about this new stuff. At least I don't. Keep it like it was with the good old boys. You know, Bobby Allison, all those guys. Earnhardt. You know, that's when it was fun. Even Jeff Gordon. It was fun to watch Dale Earnhardt's reaction to him anyways. But that's when I quit watching, not long after Earnhardt died. But it's just gotten, it ain't worth watching, in my opinion. Comment below, let me know what you think. Alright, y'all remember how this thing looked? All caved in. I've had a bad few days at work, so I need to come home and bang on something. Other than the hunk missing right there, it ain't too terrible. I mean, it's close enough for Bondo, right? But I ain't doing all that. I think I'm gonna call that good right there. This truck doesn't warrant a whole bunch of body work. She's pretty rough. Hear that neighbor boy on that dirt bike? She's a little, carburetor's I think is a little stopped up. I told him I'd fix it, but he's too busy riding it. So maybe I'll hammer on this a while. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see how I feel. I didn't video none of that because I was in such a poor mood, but I mean, it ain't terrible. I'm gonna have to get a spool or something for that thing if them slicks are gonna do us any good. I gotta pull this wheel apart because it's about stuck, and I got a feeling the brakes, wheel cylinders are stopped up. But it does look pretty cool. 8 lugs and slicks, huh? Boy, she's a beauty. This truck, when it was painted last time, they used a brush for the patina, I guess. Well, it helps the patina or something like that. Well, maybe it ain't close enough for Bondo. That's proven to be a little harder. I can't get behind it at all, but I got it straightened out some. I think it's gonna have to do. It's enough violence for one night. That just ain't too terrible back there. I'm kind of surprised myself. That was bad. And anyway, this fender's so rusty it ain't worth beating on too much. Look at that. Wonder what that bolt's for. Anyway, that's good enough. We're gonna put a different hood on it too, because even though it's got a hood scoop, the hood's real bad. Alright, that's enough violence for tonight. We'll come back at her tomorrow. Let's see what we see. I think the bed is twisted a little on the bolts. Or I suppose the frame's bent. Probably not. Probably not. It'll be fine. Alright, I ain't sure what the charge for tomorrow is. Probably the charge ought to be pull the engine out, I imagine. And all the bad wiring and all that. And I think I got a Turbo 400 that come out of the blue and white truck way back when. I keep wavering on what I want to do this thing about. I think I'm going to pull that transmission out and put the stall converter in it. And I don't think I'm going to do none to the engine because I doubt we'll have time to get it done. Plus, I can it's easy to spend $1,000. And I don't know about you, but I'm sort of broke. You know, you could send money. You could buy stuff on MrHeavyChevy.com. Still got some stuff. I'm gonna have to throw it away pretty soon, I guess. And you know, all like that right there. Got to put shocks on it, hook up the brake lines. I think I got some old shocks, maybe. You know what? I think I do have some shocks somewhere. I need to look into that because I took them off that. What did I take them off of? That old Turbo 6 truck I had. I wonder what I did with them shocks. I put air shocks on the back of it, I think. Anyway, I'm jabbering and y'all don't care. Alright, see. Alright, Saturday morning. I've been out here a while trying to get this brake drum apart. It's a bit of a struggle. But you know, I use the tunes to keep me on even a keel, but every now and then the music just stops. And says, "Are you still listening?" And then the music stops, and you got to go over there and says, "You've been away from the app for a while. Would you like to keep listening?" Yes, I would like to keep listening. Otherwise, I would have turned it off. It's kind of like that. Is this available on Facebook? Or in my work truck, it says, it lights up on the screen, says, "Keep your eyes off the road, on the road. Don't mess with the radio." And you got to press OK before you can continue. This thing's fighting me. All the hold down springs are broke. Brake shoes in there, cockeyed. Anyway, I'm getting it. I have to buy a bunch of new parts here, I guess.
Alright, well, since I had the bright idea of being an electrician, I get to deal with getting this dash all squared away, which we got a lot of wires and, you know, stuff going on in here. Not really sure what this is for. But believe it or not, this wiring is actually in better shape than what's in my own truck. The old square body. But yeah, the old drag truck's coming along nicely. Get a lot of stuff going on with it. And I get to work on this dash. Alright, so we got all them wires cleaned up. As you can see, they're not there. Got all of our gauges mounted nicely. Maybe a little unorthodoxly, but they're all in there. And it looks great.
Handsome Jack's installing the new shocks.
The new old shocks.
Well, yeah, let's call it that. New old. It's new old stock. I mean, they're almost new. Oh, the rear end's hanging too low.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. Just no, you ain't gonna do that.
I don't know. Might be able to.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
And don't tip the darn thing off the lift either. You're going to have to set it down so the rear end goes up, which is going to impede my progress with the brakes. So why don't you do this? Hang the shock on the front here and go on and get that exhaust out of the way while I'm doing with this. Once I get this wheel done, we'll set it down.
All right.
Roger, copy?
Yep.
Roger.